Hey gang, I'm going to try to show you a small tutorial, a layman's tutorial on how I make my videos for YouTube. I'm going to go ahead and show you really quick things that I've taught myself and learned from YouTube, but put it into words that, us older ladies can understand. So here we go. First thing when I'm shooting a video, that's not what I meant to have happen. First thing when I'm shooting a video, I just use my camera that's on, that my iPhone camera that comes on equipped, okay? And I guess you guys already know this is how you flip the camera around. Say hi, Jerry. And this is how you flip it back. There's video and slow mode. This works the flash feature. So if you're in a dark room, which I know I have a friend and follower who's in a dark room, shoots in a dark bathroom, that you actually can get around not having good lighting. So here's how you do that. The flash only works on the iPhone 6. I should say that on the iPhone 6. Because the new phones have flash in the front, I think, but the iPhone 6 only has a flash in the back, and the flash only works when you're shooting this way. But what you can do is you can actually shoot this way. So the trick is to get a mirror, okay? And you want to, not press all the buttons on your phone. Sorry. So what you want to do is you want to shoot this way. Oh, that was funny. So what you want to do is you want to shoot this way. Okay, so that I have flash on me. Let's turn the flash on. Put the flash on, so now you can see the flash is on, right? So we turn the flash on. That's what that yellow light means. Then, if you turn your camera this way so that you have lighting, let me see if you can see up in my face. Well, first let me show you how, if you turn this so that you have lighting, and then you hold it up to a mirror, you can see what you're shooting. So, right now I'm just shooting the back of my iPad, but hold on, let me show you. So, here, let me give you a good, you know what I'm going to do? I'll insert the picture that I'm actually shooting from, the video I'm actually shooting from my iPhone there. Okay, so I just look, I see myself, I take off my glasses, I adjust, and you see I have great lighting from the flash, and it's fully lit. I can see my reflection in the mirror, so let's see if I can't grab that on here. Let's see if I can't see. There you go. So now I can see my reflection in the mirror, so I can see that I'm looking. I don't want to stare directly into the light, but close to it, because that's where the camera is, and you don't want to have be looking off onto the screen, which is the next tip we're going to get to. So this is about shooting and lighting. Okay, let's go ahead and shut that flash off. Oops, shut that flash off. Blink about 1,000 times because now I'm blind. The next thing I wanted to show you guys was the auto exposure. So some people have lighting issues, that it may be bright in their room, but it may be casting weird shadows on themselves. So let's see if I can't, hold on a second. Okay, so let's see if I can't show you what I'm talking about. So this is the lighting exposure. Oh, this is going to be a reflection of a reflection of a reflection. Let's see if I can't move my hand. Okay. It's like a funhouse mirror. All right, there we go. All right, so now I'm seeing myself. Do you guys see that yellow box that's kind of going like, wait, let's see if I can get it to go in different directions again. Okay, see that yellow box? That's exposure. What it's trying to do is it's trying to adjust the light. So if you look at your camera, you have this little dot here, which is allowing the light to come in from the room to tell you exactly what the exposure is. Then you have this light here, which is the, hey, oh, because I'm doing the back camera. But anyway, so one is the camera, one is the exposure. So what I'm doing from back here, as you can see that, and I'm moving it, so it's adjusting the exposure. I'm shadowy, I'm not. So I wanted to show you auto exposure lock. I'm going to turn the camera around. Hold on. Oh, I'm not even recording. Okay. I'm going to turn the camera around so my big fat hand's not in the way. Okay. So right now I look very shadowy. Okay, so if I take and hold on a place that I like, so say I really like the way my light looks right there, and I hold it and it's going to click. And that's going to give me exposure lock. So no matter, see, no matter where I move, it's keeping that same exposure. Okay, so it's going to keep that same brightness and lightness, and it's not going to adjust for shadows. What this is really useful for is when you hold up products. When you're doing hauls and you hold up products, and the product may be shiny or maybe brighter, you don't have to worry about it adjusting. You know, you won't miss everything that you're shooting. So that's that. Okay, so that's auto exposure. Hi, everybody. And another two things really quick that I like to show you about my shooting is I know you guys, I've showed you in my videos before, I use a Dollar Tree selfie stick. I adjust it as high as I want to. I stick it into a pot or a jar, something that's going to be heavy enough that it won't tip over. And even though it'll lean to the front, the neck of it is adjustable so that you can make your angle of your camera the way that you want it to be. Whatever angle you want, that's where you can adjust it to. And then I just try to trap it so it doesn't spin around. And then I just shoot. Now, being of a woman over a certain age, I like to adjust my height of my camera so I'm not shooting up my nostrils and getting both double chins. No, I'm teasing. But you figure out what's your best angle and practice. Shoot yourself from different angles and then watch the video as you're talking and moving. Make a mock video. I did a few tests before I started. The tests were horrible, which is why you'll never see them. However, they were for me to see what's my best lighting, what's my best, should I wear makeup, shouldn't I wear makeup, should I do my hair, should I not do my hair, what color clothes should I wear, or just scrap it all and just do what I got to do. Okay? So that's it for, yeah, I think that's it for shooting. The only other thing is if you watch people's YouTube channel, sometimes you can see they have these fancy umbrella lights and fancy cameras, and to be honest with you, the camera on my 6S is sort of like the same pixels as my Nikon. Now, my Nikon does have more memory and my Nikon has more features, but my Nikon also makes noise when it adjusts its autofocus, so it's got its pros and cons. But it's also a lot easier to edit on my iPhone. So there's some tricks that we learned from photography. Center yourself. You could take a piece of foam board or oak tag, which a poster board from the Dollar Tree, like the big piece, and you can use that as lighting. What it'll do is be a reflective surface. So let me see if I can't. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay, so let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So right now, if you excuse me, right now it's not very bright in here, okay? In fact, see how it's just much darker it got? And I'll show you why in a second. It's not very bright in here. I don't have great lighting. It's only a center ceiling fan that's off to my right. So it's casting a shadow. So you see the lights coming from here and it's casting a shadow down here. So in the photography world, you can buy a fancy light equipment. You can buy a fancy umbrella attached to your camera and you can light yourself like whatever, but you don't need to. So watch what happens. This is just the inside of my lap board that I always use that I just unclip the foam pad from just to show you whiteness because I don't have a piece of oak tag right now or foam board. Watch what happens when I put it across the light to shine on the other side of my face. Now this is a simple, not even great light that I'm reflecting, just to show you like all you do is you hold your piece of, it's off camera. Do you see how it's lighting that side? So let's put it off camera so you really can, oh, you know what I could do to put it off camera? I can move the camera. So let's put it off camera and you can see how much it's helping balance the light. And obviously there's more technical ways to do it, but that's just one of those quick tips. Put your iPhone and your stand in front of a bright light camera. And the last thing about shooting is I don't need to do it anymore, but next to the camera, I sometimes put a little sticker. I'm showing you this backwards. I'm sorry. Sometimes next to the camera, I put a little sticker with a smiley face on it, or actually I have this little chip clip that has a cat, and I clip it right by the camera. And what we want to do is we want to avoid this thing, where I'm looking at my recording, not at the camera. So now I'm looking at the recording, I'm looking at the camera and I'm addressing you. When I look at the screen of what I'm seeing, you can see I look like who am I looking at, right? But I look at the dot where the camera is, and then you can get a better idea of me looking directly at you. So that's just another secret. It's not a secret, it's just a trick. But there's times where you, especially when you're doing product placement, you might have to look at the camera, the lens. One other tip, if you're having trouble taking your eyes off of the screen, you can adjust the brightness on the screen. So let me show you what that's like. You go to your control center. Oh, white balance. Okay, so you go to control center and there's the brightness. So if you adjust the brightness down all the way or up all the way. So let's see now. Ooh, that took all my light away. Ooh, how wild. How did that happen? Are they linked? Hold on a second, folks. Oh, no, okay. I thought they were linked. I was like, how did that happen? So if you could see, I turned it all the way off. So as I'm recording, you really can't see in the screen. Do you see that? You can barely see me in the screen. You see my reflection, but you see my t-shirt, not tilt up so you can see my face, and you can barely see my face. So that's one way to keep from looking in the screen. That's also good if you wear glasses. So let me show you like how the camera is not reflected in my glasses. But let's put the screen back up again, the brightness in the screen back up again, and you can see. So now you see my screen in my glasses, right? So that's not something you want. So if you lower the brightness on your screen, you can avoid that. Okay, and just look at the products and look at your camera and look at your people. Hi, people. Okay, so those are the shooting tips and tricks. Okay. Did I cover everything? I did. I think I did. Oh, and then last for shooting is I've had people say that they can't hear me well when I'm shopping in the Dollar Tree. A lot of it is because I'm sometimes around crowds and I don't want to talk loud. But then I started wearing my microphone that comes with my iPhone. And, you know, you can spend money and buy like a wireless one, or you could spend money and buy like a fancy one that you clip on your shirt so you look like you're really shooting a movie. But if you're not going to be in the movie, if you're not going to be in the film, like I wouldn't do this for hauls, but if you're not going to be in the film, then I go ahead and wear this because the microphone's right here and it's got the best sound quality. Let me just show you real quick. I'll unplug it. So right now the iPad is 2 feet from me. I can't even touch it when I reach my hand out. So maybe it's 3 feet from me, or 2.5. And this is what the sound like from that distance, okay? Okay, so now that's it for shooting. Those are the tips and tricks that I have for shooting. So what do we say? Up angle, look in the camera, do your auto exposure lock, set your best lighting, engage with your fellow man, and have fun. That's the most important thing. Everybody, I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments down below. Really, any question. There's no such thing as a stupid question, just stupid answers. Did you ever hear that one? I don't like that one. But seriously, there's no other way to learn if you don't ask questions. And that's how I got so smart. I have a lot of people who are a lot smarter than me. Just kidding. But if you, if you liked this, if you want more tutorials, this isn't a video that I'm like trying to get likes on. This is just a video to help you guys out. It's, I just said that I could show you what I know. And hopefully I showed you in an easy enough way that you'll understand. All right? And as always, take care. God bless. Good luck. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Bye.